The Rock of Cashel is a hill out of limestone right next to the town of Cashel in County Tipperary, Ireland. There are a couple of rumours and stories about its origin, and the most famous one is that the devil bit out a piece of another mountain and spit it out in rage after St. Patrick banished him. Once inside, you can spot a replica of St. Patrick's cross. The original is inside the Vicar's Chorale. It used to house the choir and was renovated in the 1980s. You can see some of the artifacts in here, such as the original cross I mentioned before, so it's basically some sort of small museum. The main part of the buildings on top are, of course, the huge cathedral. It dates back to the 13th century and it's rather unique as the nave is considerably shorter than the chancel. This Gothic-styled cathedral is filled with tombs, medieval sculptures, and it's just so impressive. You can only really grasp how huge it is when you're standing right then and there. This video definitely doesn't do the scale justice, trust me. The cathedral basically consists out of the main part, which is from the 13th century, the back part and the Vicar's Chapel, which dates back to the 15th century, and the round tower and Cormac's chapel, which were constructed in the 12th century. The round tower to the side of the main complex is believed to date back to the 12th century. It is approximately 28 meters high and the door is a bit over 3 meters above the ground. The rest of the area is a graveyard. And here's an interesting fact for you. You can still get buried here, but only if you've registered your claims by the 1930s, with grave spaces reserved for the claimants and their children, but not in-laws. If the spaces were unclaimed by the sons or daughters of the initial registered claimant, the spaces can then be claimed by subsequent generations, but only if those descendants can prove it using documents. If you do want to see Cormac's chapel as well, you need to get an extra ticket. This chapel was consecrated in 1134 and is one of the most well-preserved Romanesque churches in all of Ireland. Preserving this chapel was actually quite a challenge. Fortunately, it had kept its roof, but due to the sandstone used for it, humidity had crept inside and sadly destroyed most of the paintings. Reconstruction took many years, and even now, when you step inside, everything does smell a bit moist and humid. It is a stunning piece of history and definitely worth a visit, especially as you can only head inside with the tour guide who has lots of information about it for you. A tour is definitely a great choice if you want to learn more about the history of the rock, and you can only visit the Cormac's chapel as part of this tour. There are limited numbers of people allowed inside each day, but it's also really great to just walk around on your own and explore the entire area. From here, you can also have a lovely view over Cashel on the one side and Hoare Abbey on the other. Hoare Abbey, by the way, is also definitely worth a visit and just a short walk away. I can also recommend Granny's Kitchen close to the parking space. They have good sandwiches and it's lovely to sit here and look at the rock from below. Best head here by car and park at the car park on the right side, close to the souvenir shop. You can also take the bus X8 to Cashel and then walk 500 meters from the center of the town. Tickets for adults cost €8, a senior ticket 60 plus is available for €6 and children from 12 to 17 cost €4. If you want to see Cormac's chapel as well, the ticket for adults costs 11, for students and children 7. You can, however, only purchase the special ticket for the Cormac's chapel conservation trip at the Rock of Cashel itself. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, it would be so amazing if you could leave a like and maybe also subscribe if you want to see more of my videos.